Candlepin New Generation encourages kids to be active and enjoy candlepin bowling. Candlepin New Generation is made possible by Academy Lanes, New England's largest candlepin center. Visit academylanes.com. By your community's public access channel. And by your Franklin friends and neighbors, good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.
Championship time on Candlepin New Generation. Bowlers against bowlers, brothers against brothers.
This is what we wanted.
This is what everybody wanted.
This is what I want.
And we're excited for it. He's Brian Rowe. I am Rob Taylor. We've got the 5 seeds versus the 1 seeds.
No. 2 seeds.
2 seeds. We don't get the seeding right, but we always get the coin toss, Brian. And
Sure,
that is
we
how
always
we
get that
start.
right.
So, our top seeds are calling it. The call is heads. It is tails. So, what would you guys like?
Lane 4, I guess.
They're going to take lane 4. They're staying on the strong lane. What would they like? Who would they want
Who
to
do you
bowl
want to go
first?
first?
Girls.
Girls first.
All right, so we've got a classic girls first matchup. Let's start with you guys. Casey, you were just on these lanes. It feels like we were talking to each other minutes ago, even though it was a week. What's different?
flies.
Anything?
Not really.
Are you still moving over? Are you still working with that same strategy that you had?
Yeah.
And does the championship change anything for you in terms of nerves, or is this just, are you getting used to this?
I'm getting used to it.
Awesome. Well, hopefully that'll show us your best bowling. Hunter, you've been on fire. Your high
Fuego.
triple is what, 368?
Something like that, yeah.
And you've already thrown a 252 in 2 weeks of the show. So you put those 3 together. You're having the day of your life so far. How do you keep it going?
I don't know, just keep my ball in the 1-2 pocket. See what happens.
How often do you bowl against Charlie?
Often?
You guys often do like head-to-head matchups? Do you guys tend to bowl against each other? Is this a common thing we're seeing here?
Yeah.
And who normally wins those matchups?
Sort of, more Charlie, but it's more to the even side.
What's your take? What's it going to be like bowling against him?
We'll see.
We'll see. He said it for 3 weeks. Why would he change his answer now,
Yeah,
Brian?
it's a championship. You can't change anything.
Keep it all going. It's all works for him.
So I got the 2C guys over here.
Yeah, you do.
Charlie, we're bowling up against your brother. Is this what you wanted to happen?
Yeah,
And how are you feeling about it?
great.
Now we heard Rob talking to Hunter about you guys bowl a lot together, I assume. Who usually wins those matches?
Well, in practice today, I beat him by 4, so I could do it again.
By 4.
By 4 pins. All right. so
Was,
this
was
should
the
be close.
answer the same, or did he say he
He
usually
said the
wins?
same. He said Charlie
Oh,
tends
okay,
to
so
win
yeah,
a little bit, but
yeah,
it tends to be
right.
kind of half and half.
Yeah. And 98 first time you were out here a couple weeks ago. How do you want to improve on that?
In the hundreds, at least.
You think
100,
you're
I don't know
throwing-
if 100's going to cut it. Hunter's a 125 throwing machine over here.
Kid's on fire.
Step it up, Charlie.
You said you were throwing a good ball last week, though, right?
Yeah.
So just keep throwing that ball?
Yeah.
All right. Micaela, your partner, 126 a couple weeks ago. Back on the same lanes. What are you going to do the same? What are you going to do different? Rob, you stand by my court over here.
Forgive me.
Talk to me about it.
I'm going to try to bowl the same as I did a couple weeks ago.
And what does that entail?
Until it's
Try my
126,
best.
Brian.
Try your best again. She's giving me the same answers
I think
too.
Michaela's the X factor. I feel like we're going to be talking about this brother-on-brother action, and Michaela's going to go and throw a 150 game.
Probably.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like that's what she does. She just lurks in the background, and she just always makes a difference.
Well, let's stop talking about it and let's just do it.
I agree. Let's do it.
All Collins matchup. Let's go.
Let's go. Championship time. Are you ready, Brian? Let's go. Brian's ready. I'm ready. The megaphone's out. It's bowling time. Casey throwing the first ball of the match on the lane she chose, lane 4. They wanted the last ball. Micaela just off the head pin.
Smart decision. I like the last ball over picking.
Deferring?
Yeah. I like picking lane over picking who goes first.
In theory, it shouldn't matter, right? I don't know.
In theory, what should it matter?
Who's bowling second, right?
Yeah, in theory.
We got all talented kids.
Yeah.
Any of them can go on a run.
And you'd rather somewhat have an idea of what your opponent is doing and what you need. If it's a close match, you want to know what you need in the 10.
Yeah, there's a tactical edge there.
It freaks some people out.
So you got to know yourself if you want to be the closer.
that's true.
Pair of eights to lead off the match. Casey Poor, her 3rd week on the show, 2nd in a row, making her Candlepin New Generation debut. Micaela buries the head pin, leaving a solid 9.
9 with wood. You gotta like it. And gonna wiggle.
Micaela on it. And Micaela has, I believe, more experience than all of the other contestants combined on this show. In the 13 years in which Micaela has lived, she has been on the show, 6 of them.
We got some nice brotherly love action going on over there. They're sitting next to each other,
Hanging
their
out.
teams on. Yeah, it was hanging out.
Having a good time. They appear to be hashtag bowling acquaintances, Brian.
I think they're more than bowling acquaintances. We don't have a bowling
Brothers!
line.
Oh my gosh, we blew it. We're changing it. Hashtag Bowling Brothers. Make it happen, people. Tweet at us. Hashtag Bowling Brothers. Micaela looking for 2 in a row, a little full. As she gets out to the early lead. We saw Casey really make some strong improvements last week.
Yes.
En route to an 89 game. Going up 20 pins from her first episode of the season.
Yep.
She goes up 20 again.
You
and
gotta
she
think
is
it's
in
gonna
Micaela
it's
race.
gonna do good for her team.
Right.
It's good to see, they're getting a little more comfortable in there.
Absolutely.
Scores are showing that as well. Micaela is just born comfortable, it seems.
Micaela is perhaps comfortable because her secret talent is that she's double jointed.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
Those pins are wiggling like they're double jointed. It doesn't fall. I feel like each week my comparisons are becoming more and more of a stretch.
Your comparisons of pins to
As I
random
try to
things. Nice stretch.
transition. I feel like it doesn't always go well. But anyway, 42-32 the score early, a 10-pin lead in favor of Tourtellot. 1 box
Tourtellot.
away from the brothers' showdown. I don't know if we've ever had a sibling matchup before.
Her nickname's KK, and I don't understand it.
I think Micaela, Kayla. Yo, KK. How's it going, KK?
With a C, though.
You're right. You are right.
I don't know. I'm gonna call her Kit Kat.
Well, spare for Kit Kat. Micaela Tourtellot going into the half with a strong 52 and a mark. She's putting in a consistent,
Almost right where she
strong
left off.
effort.
66 last time, I believe, because we talked about it.
Yep, you're right.
She got a chance for a 60 plus this time.
Micaela has really taken it to another level.
She
this
has.
season.
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Watch her growth as a bowler might be the most fascinating out of any of them.
Yeah, it's fun to see her through the years on this program. Micaela started out as just a quiet young girl who had a knack for the dramatic, and now she's really turning into something.
We should try to post on our Facebook page like an original interview with Micaela,
Dig up some archived footage.
as opposed to an interview now, because she's definitely almost a whole new person, which is great.
One of the best interviews we got out there. Meanwhile, here
it is. We
There
got
it
it going
is.
on.
This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Hunter gets ripped off on his first attempt of the match. Charles goes right through the head pin, leaving a spread eagle minus the 10.
Collins v. Collins. Sounds like a family law case gone long.
I was gonna say, and then if some of the folks at home happened to have a family law case go wrong, where could they find like a reputable prospective attorney at law?
6 months from now, Rob, could be looking at one.
Brian Rowe taking the bar. Right when you thought the hosts of Candlepin New Generation couldn't get any more likable, Brian elects to become an attorney.
Knock myself down a few notches.
But these kids are likable. And it's Hunter
they're
with
lovable.
a nice bid.
This
Charles,
is a great championship match. People-wise, as people, as who they are as persons,
they're good kids.
great.
Next week, we're going to be going to the 11 and under age group, and it's going to be the first time we see a non-Collins in 4 weeks, as Charles gets the 10. So we've got an 11-pin difference in favor of Micaela and Charlie, the 2 seeds.
I think they got a side bet going on here.
Would you?
Right
I
now,
would.
Collins v. Collins, I got a spread of Hunter plus 3.
Another backdoor
Wow.
strike for Hunter Collins.
I missed that.
He didn't have the chance to wave by to that pin. You got to think. I'd get in my head a little bit if I was Charlie. Like, oh, he threw a backdoor
Threw a
strike.
backdoor
Typical.
against him.
I'm on the head pin. I'm
Yep.
punching.
Yep.
And it's tricky when you go left.
Which, I mean, Charlie's been saying 2 weeks now that he's having punching out issues. He feels like he's throwing a great ball and he's got nothing to show for it.
And so it seems like we're at an early pivotal point of this match.
No sportsmanship.
Thank God.
I know.
Thank goodness.
I know. Oh, a little practice slide. I don't know what that's all about.
I like that. I think the momentum is turned out of his favor. I
Getting
think
in Hunter's head.
Hunter got the backdoor action. Charles is punching. Charles, you can see him getting a little frustrated up there. Takes the practice slide to reset. Now let's see if he homes in on that head pin. A little left again.
Just buy
That's
it.
tough.
Hunter, spare leave. I like that their shirts have their initials on them, so that way from behind we know which one's which.
It's like they saw this coming. They knew this was going to be a problem.
You can tell for twins they're very. Imagine if they were identical, how trouble would be.
That would be so cool. They could.
We wouldn't know who won.
Well, that's the question.
They could switch at half.
So the winner of this match is going home with a $100 gift card. The runner-up is going with 50. Do you just hedge your bets and agree to split it before the match starts? I suspect
75 each?
Yeah.
Is that math right?
Yeah, yes. Can't wait till you're an attorney. That's gonna be great. Settlements, you're gonna be awesome.
They told me there was no math in law school.
Charles finally finds the head pin. A little disappointed at that
Well,
9
he was
drop.
a little disappointed, but I mean, you really can't be. You got a 9 drop. You got a piece of wood that if you want to get
Tempting.
balls that you can play. I know you would love to play that, wouldn't
It
you?
is a tempting piece of wood. He's on it, and that is why that wood can be tricky.
Wow. That's a heartbreaker.
And when you're on a show, sometimes you feel you got to go with where you're more comfortable. If in your head you're not
I
sure
probably
you're
would
gonna
have as
hit
well.
the 10 pin.
I know corner pins are usually the toughest pin on the alley for a lot of people. Unless it's a full rack.
It all depends on your confidence to me. Sometimes I'm feeling good about my game, I'm going straight at the pin, and sometimes a little uneasy, I'll play the wood. This match we got 94-92 in favor of Tourtellot and Charlie. Tourtellot adding on to that with this ball. She's adding 8.
10 pins?
10 pins.
That's what we asked for.
So
I couldn't ask for more.
This could go. A little low. Casey, meanwhile, just trying to keep her partner in it. As Micaela,
It's going to be a gainer. 2-pinner.
grade 10. Micaela was really the difference in her last match, beating her
she bowled
opponent by about
fantastic.
20 pins. And
Yeah.
so that's really helpful when you're Charlie to just need to hold serve against your opponent. Micaela's doing it again, building up an 18-pin lead on her side, while Charlie's down 8. Down 10, actually.
No, you're right. 8-pin match right now.
8-pin match, Charlie's down 10.
Charlie's down 10.
We've got a lot of numbers going on. Let's not
Yeah.
confuse the folks at home. Micaela
sorry.
threw a ball at the pin since she hit one of them. Casey, meanwhile, hits wood, which then went and hit another pin. And so both bowlers looking for a big out. Tough start for
Chipping
Tourtellot.
away. Casey's chipping away here.
Give her credit. That's 4 pins and 2 boxes that she's earned back. And so that brings us to an opportunity to do our question of the week. This week's question, courtesy of Nico from Who Knows Where. The question, hey guys, when the show's gonna be up?
Well, Nico, first of all, we missed you. Second of all, what are we saying? A couple months?
I always say a couple months. Matt was getting pretty optimistic with his ability to turn these around. Frankly, Brian, I don't trust him.
Yeah, Matt was like, oh, we're going to start in 3 weeks, and then he left.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what's going on.
Yeah, 12 episodes in 3 weeks, to which I say good luck, Matt. Last year they came out around May.
Yeah.
I would expect in that ballpark, and
At
any
latest.
sooner,
Yep.
you're welcome.
So that's when, Nico. But we'll look forward to you to asking again, because we know you're going to.
Absolutely.
Keep
the show is
watching,
not
though.
possible without fans
Keep
like
watching.
you. The difference now 5. Casey chipping away. She's won every box this half, earning back a pin or 2 each time.
That's impressive. I like stats like that. Won every box this half.
You're welcome, yeah.
It's a good
Next generation stats. You're on new generation. Now Casey all over the head
Come
pin.
on, wiggling 7s.
Wiggling 7s. Micaela maybe with a better lead. That wood's gonna fly over if she hits the object. A little too full. Casey, meanwhile, on it. Just off it,
Oh, I
actually.
thought it was gonna roll out of the
Beg to
gutter.
differ. And so Casey has turned in 3 strong Candlepin New Generation performances in her debut. You gotta think we'll see more of her in the years ahead.
What house is she going out of? Pilgrim.
Pilgrim Lane's native. Again, over her average, coming up big. And she has a hobby listed as swimming. I swim.
Yeah, I
like
dabble.
swimming.
That one got away from her a little bit.
That one did, and so Micaela now with a chance to pounce. Micaela with a ho-hum second half, still on pace for a 100 game. Casey, meanwhile, is going to try to just get one ball back in there, get out of there with a 7 or 8.
It
And
seems like there's at least a box that this happens to where she just sort of maybe, I don't know, gets in her own head, has a bad first ball, and then limps her way through.
So she loses 6 in that last box. It's a 12-pin difference going into our last half of the 12 to 14 age group. $100 gift cards on the line.
But more importantly, bragging right in the Collins household.
Yeah. Car rides will not be pleasant this week, no matter what happens.
Who's older, you know?
I do not. No, we should have asked that. We should have asked their mom who she's rooting for.
Ooh.
That would have been a good question. Should we bring her up after the match?
After the match?
We'll see.
Probably not.
Don't like taking the attention away from the kids. Hunter.
Because she's not going to pick a son.
That's true. Well, you pick the one that wins. Hunter with a mark. So that's exactly what he needed. Down 12 at the half, and he gets the mark right out of the gates.
I think you picked the one that loses.
Okay, that makes sense. I guess. Is she a front-running mom?
Or I think she's a good mom.
That was the right answer.
Which means you pick the one that loses that's a little down. And then you leave the one who wins here.
Well, because they've got more Candlepin bowling potential, there's a brighter future there. Potential career path. Hunter, off the head pin again. He's been getting more breaks. That's kind of the difference in this match. He had the backdoor strike. He just had the 9 off the head pin. Charles, meanwhile, is that
ball.
it? That's not
There's
it.
a ball behind that pin ball. We're gonna have Bloom go get that out.
We're gonna see if Bloom notices. He doesn't, and so let's play it as it lies. Didn't matter, thank goodness. Hunter,
What's the
meanwhile,
rule on that?
off the head pin. I
don't believe you can play a ball.
don't think it's supposed to be legal. Yeah, I'm not sure.
And for the most
You're
part,
supposed to just
people
clear
don't
it,
want
right?
to hit their own ball.
It might be, yeah, I don't know, may just nullify the shot. I'm not sure. But regardless, 6 pins now, the difference in favor of Charles Collins. So despite Hunter's best efforts to catch up, he's going to need another mark. And he's got a chance here,
He's got a
although some
shot.
ugly wood.
He's got a shot if he can avoid that front piece of wood.
I don't
Unless
see how
you
that's
cap
possible. I think he's just got to hit it and hope.
Cap it, shoot straight back.
Charles steals it! He didn't even see it go down!
He didn't.
Turned around in frustration and steals it. Hunter, meanwhile, hits it and doesn't get it. You hate to see that.
Wow.
And so, it's going to take a large effort from Hunter in this last box. Last 2 boxes. The difference now 7. Charles working on a spare. 1 big fill here, and he really forced Hunter to mark twice.
What we got? 7-pin match and a ball?
You got it. Charles on the head pin. Ooh. We still got a match. Now 11, but a tough out. Hunter, meanwhile, that one gets away from him. Really the first ball I've seen really get away from him all day.
Yeah, a little bit. He needs to hone it in and needs to bury this for a mark. That's a big ball
That's
if
huge.
you're Hunter right now.
He picks this up, and he's right back in it. He's on it. And... Ooh. Charles goes through. This thing's still a game.
That's true. That's very true.
Beautiful clutch out by Charlie Collins. You know, we always talk about the spares, we talk about the huge strikes, but sometimes it's just an 8 out like that that really changes the scope of the game. It's a 10-pin difference, really putting Hunter in double strike range in order to catch him.
But he's done it.
6. That's true. Wouldn't that
He
be something?
did it 3 weeks ago.
Charles looking to clinch it. The 7 does force... No, it doesn't completely force Hunter to double yet. Oh, he couldn't get 1! Great bid.
Wow.
So Hunter picks this up, he stays alive. If Charlie tens, he guarantees the tie. Hunter picks this up, we're talking.
Spare strike.
You got it. Hunter picks this up, we talk. No wood required. He watched Charlie miss it on the strike.
We're talking.
All right, so Hunter needs 8 for the tie, 9 for the win.
This is what we wanted, right?
This is it. Mano a mano, brother a brother. 8 to tie, and we go into a 1-box playoff. 9 for the win.
Pin fell.
And so Hunter has to reset it and re-roll because the pin fell. Hunter, you gotta redo it because the pin fell. That's
no.
drama, Brian.
Oh, no.
That's drama.
Oh, no.
So Hunter needed a 9. The pin fell in the back. He gets the 9, but you never know. With that other pin up, like, it changes the whole equation.
Sure, absolutely. But it was a great ball.
Charlie icing the kicker there. Let's see what happens. Hunter on it! And a tough 6. And so Charlie Collins and Micaela Tourtellot are going away with a 190 to 188 victory. It was everything we wanted it to be, Brian.
It was, even though there was some drama at the end.
Like that was drama.
That was something.
Controversy people are going to be talking about for weeks. Let's talk to Micaela and Charlie right now. We are here with our 12 to 14 champions. They are going home with $100 gift cards and the big trophies. What a match.
It was everything that we wanted it to be.
Drama, controversy, good scores, strikes.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
It was. Collins all over the place.
Collins everywhere. We're not going to have that anymore, but we'll have more good matches. Let's start with Micaela Tourtellot. Micaela, you just shocked me. You've been on the show for 6 years, but this is your first time taking home the title. How's it feel?
Pretty good.
Anything different this time than the other times? Like, what did it take to get you over that hump in order to get the championship?
No clue, honestly.
Do you think anything's changed in your game over the years? We were talking about how you used to throw a very slow ball. Now you're a little more aggressive. What's changed for you in your years that have been on the show?
I've been practicing a lot more. I've practiced a lot during 2015, so.
And have you seen has there been a big jump this year? To me, there has, but do you feel like this year you've really improved more than usual?
Yeah.
What was it like bowling with Charlie, last year's champion? I think you've bowled against him in the past, correct? I might be wrong, but what was it like bowling with your partner?
It was kind of weird bowling with my last year's partner's brother.
You got a spot picked out for that trophy? You know where you're putting that?
Probably somewhere in my room.
Nice.
It's a good spot to keep it.
That's a great spot for it.
Micaela Tourtellot's our 12 to 14 champion, and so is Charlie.
Charlie, back-to-back champions. We win next year, and we're starting to talk dynasty.
Dynasty, yeah.
What'd you have to do to get yourself here and get yourself the victory?
I don't know. Had to be focused. Even though I was struggling, just kept going.
Did you and your brother have any words before? Did you guys talk? Good luck? Say anything?
We talked.
So you guys sitting together too, or we were trash talking each other, or was it all in fun?
A little bit.
There we go. Now I want to talk about ninth box. You got a really good out to get an 8, which kind of sealed. It made him have to really pull something out. What's it take to bear down and get that out?
I don't know. Just gotta not throw it in the middle. If something happens like that, spread eagle.
You think you got a little more action on your ball?
Yeah.
Now, did you know what your brother needed in the 10th to force a tie?
An 8.
And what would you think about that first ball? He got the 9, and then we had the pin drop.
Yeah. I felt good about that actually.
And you gonna put that somewhere where it's in his face and rub it in?
I don't even know. I have so much trophies.
Oh wow, he's got plenty of trophies. Like, what's this one? It doesn't even matter.
I need to spot your brother one for once.
Yeah,
Charlie,
maybe you
help
could give it to him.
No.
No, he's not getting it.
It's that type of selfish attitude that leads to back-to-back championships.
Yeah, that's what you need. That's what you need to win.
You kind of need that edge.
Definitely, you need that focus.
It seems like these kids have it. So we just watched a thrilling ladder. Next week, it's 11 and under time.
I'm excited.
And you know what that means. Dominic Ritchie.
Dominic Ritchie.
We're going to see a 6-year-old on the show next week.
First time since Nesson. Wasn't here last year.
Yep.
So that'll be fun.
So we got a 6-year-old on the show next week. No more Collinses, but I think we've still got a lot of good bowling coming your way.
I'm done with Collinses. We've had enough of Collinses.
We've had enough. 4 weeks. We can call it quits till next year. You've been watching the greatest Candlepin bowling show for children in the world. You're watching the largest Candlepin house in the world at Academy Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts. And we are working with the greatest TV crew out there in FranklinTV. He's the greatest co-host ever in Brian Rowe.
Got the greatest host in Rob Taylor.
Thanks for watching Candlepin New Generation.
Candlepin New Generation encourages kids to be active and enjoy Candlepin bowling. Candlepin New Generation is made possible by Academy Lanes, New England's largest Candlepin center. Visit academylanes.com. By your community's public access channel. And by your Franklin friends and neighbors, good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.